Hello, I'm Joshua Schlegel, and this is my spoiler-free review of Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. So although this novel is written by Charlotte Bronte, it was published under a pen name, which the story behind that and Charlotte's story in general is pretty inspiring to me. This book was published in 1847, and it is still a giant in the line of classic literature today. Loved by many people. I found it recommended by Susan Cain in her book called Quiet in the back, as well as recommended by many others if you want to read a story with a protagonist that portrays the INFJ MBTI personality type. So as far as what I liked, the introspection and reflectiveness and the voice in this book was so strong. I loved how Jane addressed the reader directly. Definitely felt like she was talking to me a lot of times throughout the book. And I found her to be a very relatable character as well. The elements of resilience, identity, and searching for belonging really hit home for me. I didn't see any of the plot twists that happened in this book coming, which left for some really exciting and surprising moments. So I really enjoyed that. I love how this book has a little bit of everything. It's kind of hard to say what genre this is. It has a little bit of everything. It has romance, it has eeriness and creepiness to it. It has secrets. It has this coming of age story being told of Jane Eyre. You start off with she's like 10 years old and kind of follow her through adulthood throughout her life, and has humorous moments as well as just a strange vibe overall. There's a lot of things, like after thinking about the story, especially after I finished it, it definitely has some strangeness to it too, but I can appreciate it. I can appreciate all just the story as a whole. I think it's a story that provokes thought and provides for some very good controversial topics. For me, it did anyway. This is a book I really struggled at trying to find something I didn't like about it, to be honest. I mean, the only things I could really find I think shouldn't be judged just because I think you can chalk it up to the time this was written in. I mean, some of the descriptions and the way the prose is written, although the prose is not bad at all, it's really good. It's just there's so many run-on sentences, and the descriptions can last like pages, or at least it felt like that for a lot of times. But I would say it's a mix for me, because on the other side of that, I really did imagine these very vividly painted scenes through these extra long descriptions, and the way they were described was beautiful as well. But that was just my only complaint. I think that was just maybe a thing for the time it was written in. I mean, written in the 1800s is crazy when you look at where we're at today and how modern literature is written today in comparison. So yeah. As far as my final thoughts and rating, I mean, it's hard not to give this book 5 stars. I think I give it 5 stars across the board. I loved it. I love this book. I thought about it for a week and a half after I finished it. Just the thoughts I would have with myself, conversations I'd have with myself after moments, and I just see it as a fantastic work of art. Feels very passionate. The resilience, again, and the fact that it has a lot of everything in it. The gothic vibes, the strangeness of it, the controversial moments and topics, the twists. This was my first literary classic read of the year, and I'm pretty sure it's probably going to go down as my #1. I plan to read Dracula, Portrait of Dorian Gray. I believe those are it. So if it has to compete with those two, I don't know. We'll just have to see. So I would recommend anyone to read this book. If anyone reads it and finds it a difficult read at first, I implore you to stick with it. You definitely feel that it was written in its time, but it's not hard to understand once you get going. At least it wasn't for me, and I knew that I was getting into something that may read like Old English or something like this, but it didn't feel difficult to read at all, and I really appreciated it. I'm so glad I read this book. It was really good. 5 stars. So this is a novel written by Charlotte Bronte, obviously.